I love to talk about how amazing and beautiful our Earth is because it never fails to absolutely surprise me. The Earth is filled with amazing things for us to uncover every day, but because there is so much, some things get a little lost for a while and haven't been as researched as many other areas. From caves to sinkholes to tabletop mountains, all the way to the deepest point of our oceans, there are totally isolated, unique, and thriving ecosystems located everywhere that are full of plants and animals that can't be found anywhere else on the planet. On today's Most Amazing Top 10 list, we will be diving into the top 10 mysterious lost worlds on Earth. Starting off this list in our number 10 spot, we have the Palawan Highlands. We have talked about Palawan Island before, but maybe not in the context of the highlands that are located there. The highlands are located on the isolated corner of the island, and during a scientific journey there in 2007, botanists found a ton of flora that hasn't yet been seen anywhere else on Earth. One of the most astonishing discoveries was that of a plant that kind of looks like a pitcher. This plant is so large and so carnivorous that it snacks on rodents and even small monkeys, which is just crazy to even think about. Some of the other plants found here include pink ferns and blue mushrooms. In our number 9 spot today, we have Sima Humboldt. Sima Humboldt is a huge sinkhole that is located in Venezuela. Sinkholes certainly are very interesting, but not necessarily never before seen, so you might be wondering what's going on with this one that makes it necessary to put on this list. Well, firstly, it's huge. Its volume is around 18 million cubic meters. The second reason is because of its location. This sinkhole is located on a tepu, which is like a tabletop mountain, and this sinkhole is located on the only forested tepu. And finally, because of the size of it, Sima Humboldt features its own ecosystem located at the bottom where many new plants and animal species have been discovered. Apparently, locals of the area believe the sinkhole is actually a place of evil, so while it looks very cool and actually quite beautiful, maybe something scarier is lurking around. In our number 8 spot today, we have Lake Vostok. Many of us have heard of Atlantis, but have you heard of Lake Vostok? Okay, there's probably no underwater city, so maybe that was an exaggeration, but it's still really cool. This lake is located in Antarctica and is so huge, it's one of the largest lakes in the entire world. The lake not only has a large surface area, but it's actually quite deep, which also adds to the volume of the lake. So here's the thing about this lake though. It is covered by ice, and not just any ice, but by the East Antarctic ice sheet, which is the largest ice sheet in the world. This subglacial lake has ice so thick that we don't know a lot about what lies beneath it, and the ice has been there for millions of years. But when the first samples of the actual lake water were taken, it became apparent that there may be species in the lake that we know absolutely nothing about. In our number 7 spot today, we have Mount Roraima. This mountain features something that we just talked about a little bit on this list, and that is how the top of it is flat like a tabletop. This mountain sits on the border of Venezuela, Guyana, and Brazil, and the other tabletop mountains that are found in this park along with this one are said to be some of the oldest geological formations on Earth, dating back to around 2 billion years ago. This mountain is the highest in the area and has rain almost every single day. The top is mostly sandstone with just a few bushes and algae, but most of the species found here are very much unique to the area. In our number 6 spot today, we have the Movile Cave. This cave is located in Romania, just a few kilometers from the coast of the Black Sea, and was first discovered in 1986. This cave has been isolated from the outside world for millions of years, and basically everything that goes on inside of it is different than what we are used to. The cave life is not based on photosynthesis, and rather chemosynthesis. The level of oxygen in the cave is around a third of what is normally found in the atmosphere, and of the 48 species found in the cave, 33 of them were endemic. This cave looks absolutely terrifying, but thank goodness for the brave scientists who don't let that get in their way, because as scary as it looks, it is just as, if not more, amazing to be able to hear about exactly what this cave holds. In our number 5 spot today, we have the Melville Range. This mountain range is found on Cape Melville, which is a part of northeastern Australia's Cape York Peninsula, and although the range isn't as huge as many others we have on Earth, it is the home to an isolated isolated rainforest that wasn't really known about until extremely recently. The forest is only accessible by helicopter, and since its first true exploration by scientists in 2013, there has been at least 3 new species of animals already discovered. There has also been endemic plant life found in the range as well. The rocky environment is most certainly a unique feature in this rainforest and is definitely a key feature of why some of the endemic species that live there are the way that they are. It is really cool to be able to see just how this landscape and environment shaped these animals that we are just now getting to know more about. In our number 4 spot today, we have Mount Bosavi. This mountain is located in the southern Highlands province of Papua New Guinea, but it is actually the collapsed cone of an extinct volcano. The volcano actually collapsed to create a crater that is around 4 kilometers wide and 1 kilometer deep. There isn't a ton that is known about the area, but in 2009, an international team of scientists went down there on an expedition that was entirely filmed by the BBC Natural History Unit. It is believed that the crater was created around 200,000 years ago, and during the crew's time researching the area, there were around 40 new species that were uncovered, as the creator has its very own fascinating isolated ecosystem. Who knows what more may be down there just waiting for us to uncover. In our number 3 spot today, we have the Sun Dune Cave. This cave is located in Vietnam and is the largest cave in the world. The name means the mountain river cave, and it was created somewhere between 2 to 5 million years ago from river water eroding away the limestone. In some areas of the cave, the ceiling collapsed, which has created skylights. These areas have allowed many plants and trees to grow and has definitely increased the vegetation. The cave is around 9 kilometers long and is home to the tallest known stalagmites in the world, with these mineral deposits getting up to around 70 meters tall. There was a plan to install a cable car through the cave to create a tourist attraction, but thankfully those plans were cancelled due to the potential harm that it would cause the environment, which I think most of us can agree was for the best. In our number 2 spot today, we have the Challenger Deep. The Challenger Deep is the deepest known point in our ocean at around 10,900 meters deep. It is located in the Pacific Ocean in the southern part of Mariana Trench, and because of its location, lack of light, and immense pressure, it hasn't been explored very much. The extreme environment has certainly set up for there to be a whole host of species that we know absolutely nothing about, but it is not an area that can be easily explored by humans. The Challenger Deep has only been visited 4 times and only for short periods of time, so there is so much more that is waiting to be uncovered at this deep, dark part of our ocean. In our number 1 spot today, we have East Scotia Ridge. In the Southern Ocean, about 2,400 meters down, you'll find this biological community or habitat that was first discovered in 2012. It is dark down there, but it is also hot, as it is being warmed by hydrothermal vents, and it can reach temperatures of up to 382 degrees Celsius, which is insane. Because of this dark, hot environment, of course we are going to find a whole host of new species that were previously unknown to us. Some of these species include a new kind of albino octopus, and also albino hairy lobster that's referred to as a yeti lobster, and apparently even a crab that uses its hair to grow a bacteria that detoxifies the water. Sometimes science is just really cool. Alright guys, that has been our list for today. Thank you so much for checking it out. I've been your host today, Olivia Kozlowski, and I'll see you next time. Bye! Many of us have heard about What is going on? Many of us have heard of Atlantis.